This is a wheel. But not just any wheel, no. This thing is a wheel of torture. Why is it a wheel of torture, you may ask? On every slot in this wheel of misfortune is a challenge, a very hard or mediocre challenge for multiple different games, 15 to be precise. What this means is that I am going to be attempting these challenges and the video will not end until I complete 3 of them in a row. Now, the rules are simple. Follow the challenge to the letter, and if you fail, you restart and spin the wheel again for your next session of therapy-inducing suffering. I thought this would be a nice and fun idea for a challenge in the same way that rolling around on a floor of broken glass is fun. There are different rules for different challenges based on the game, however, I'll get to that later. Let's go on to my journey of carefree rage that I endured throughout an entire week. Yes, 1 week of this challenge. Alright, give that wheel a spin. Alright, not off to a bad start. I loaded into the game with Rocket and began immediately healing my teammates as fast as I could. In Rivals, your goal as a healer is, well, to heal people. And with Rocket, that is really easy because he can almost infinitely heal as many people that are in range of his orbs, and therefore he is one of the fastest healers in the game. However, he does not have a lot of damage that he can deal out, so in order to get MVP, I have to be healing everyone and getting assists constantly in hopes of getting the most healing points to outweigh the kills of the game. This did not go well, as I do not play healers most of the time. I also should have used Cloak and Dagger, as they are much more effective at dealing damage and could have possibly won much faster than Rocket. But I was not thinking strategically because I thought this challenge would be easy. I had no idea what was waiting for me. As you can tell, I did not get MVP and didn't even get the most healing score, so with that, I spun again for my next session of torture. Alright. Shouldn't be too hard, right? To start off this challenge with another annoying thing, it was here that I realized my computer is not strong enough to play games and record at the same time. I switched over to Bedrock and immediately began farming some trees. Now, with this challenge, my goal is not to play the games in the challenge and get good before completing them, but simply to complete the challenge that's given to me and move on. My plan here was to simply gather resources to survive in the Nether long enough to complete my objective and then move on to the next challenge. However, unfortunately, the footage decided to get a little silly and got COVID halfway through the recording. Yeah, the footage got corrupted and I lost my Minecraft footage. But please, allow me to reenact what happened and how I failed. With my next challenge, I spun the hardest challenge on this wheel. Dear God, I have to play a match of the worst Fortnite ripoff of all time. This isn't good. Will I make it past the loading screen? No. No, I didn't. With that, I moved on to the next challenge and oh God, this was going to be hard, if not the hardest challenge on this wheel. Almost the hardest. In Helldivers 2, stratagems are your key to winning a match, not just for air support and special weapons. So in other words, for this challenge, I was completely reliant on my teammates. With this in mind, I chose the Illuminates to make things a bit easier on me. Once I load into the... Okay, you have to equip them in order to load into a match. I did not know that. Okay, so you will just have to trust me on this, but in this challenge, as you will see later, I am a man of my word for everything, so just know I did not use stratagems this entire time. Anyways, I loaded into a Helldive and was surprised at how easy this was going. I encountered no enemies, and we were able to walk freely without worrying about large groups of enemies swarming us. I found a railgun on the ground as well. The challenge states that I can't use special weapons for my stratagems, but if I just happen to find some lying around on the ground, it can't hurt to accept donations from the charity of Super Earth, right? I'm sure the taxes don't hurt so bad that it strips the citizens of all the freedom and rights they're supposed to have and that Super Earth parades themselves on. But anyways, we completed our objective and headed over to Extraction where this happened. Why are you starting something? With this, we proceeded to have a very peaceful and relaxing view of the scenery this planet has to offer and how lovely the population is. They're so welcoming that they all wanted to give out free hugs. So many, in fact, that we eventually had to start running for our lives to avoid constant affection from the large crowd. We boarded Extraction and peaced out off the planet and received the reward of our war crimes. first challenge down. However, the moment quickly soiled faster than an infant's pants because this happened. Yep, the third hardest challenge on this list was next. Win in Battlefront 2. That's a funny joke. And then something even better happened. Yep, I loaded in at the last second of the match before the phase transition, which counts technically as me losing the match. If I loaded in while my team was already in a phase transition, this would not have counted. But unfortunately, this was not the case, as I was in for 2 seconds. Alright, not bad. This game was very simple, so as such, it was able to run on my computer. Stick Fight is also an easy game and very simple to play. You load into a game, you punch people until they die or fall off the map. However, I'm so bad at games that I can't even win at this 5 times in a row. With that, I moved on to my next challenge, which... oh no. Now, I have played Fortnite Zero build to avoid the sweats on this game. However, now I am forced to face my demons. I loaded into the game, dropped off the battle bus as I was taking in the sights of my childhood and enjoying the scenery of the original game of Fortnite. What the? I haven't even hit the ground. Well, on to the next game, and oh, why do I keep loading into the challenges where I have to play against the sweatiest, unemployed, 0.5 GTA Discord moderator investigator? Anyways, I loaded into For Honor and selected the character that everyone loves. For Honor is also a very good game on paper. However, because of the skill gap and the players in this game already, it's very hard to get good at this game, especially with all the techniques and options for each character and how in-depth the combat can be. However, with my epic gamer skills, I was able to not win again. Can I please get an easy... oh. Thank you, Wheel. This shouldn't be too hard.
Oh, this is going to be easy.
For those who did not have an awesome childhood, studs are considered the currency in LEGO games and are almost impossible not to collect. So, as a rule to compensate for this challenge, I allowed myself to collect studs if they are automatically filtered into your inventory after building a necessary mission objective. However, if they fall on the ground and I happen to collect them by accident, that is considered a fail. Remember, this challenge has to be hard but doable. Unfortunately, I was not able to pass this challenge as my brain shut off for 5 seconds and I was unaware of the stud approaching my foot. After stubbing my toe on a speck of dust, I went back to the wheel and spun again, and oh yes, finally, an easy challenge that I can do without receding my hairline by 53 years in 10 minutes. I loaded into a match for Sparking Zero, and while ranked games are annoying to play in with how many quitters there are, this was a really simple challenge to overcome. I also got this cool interaction with Goku and Gohan. I powered up with Goku. Never mind. I unwillingly switched characters and did amazing with Frieza as I was able to power up to golden form. I was using every ounce of... never mind. Gohan was my last standing champion, and I used every last bit of strength to expel the darkness from this world and change the future. Never mind. Alright, next challenge. What form of torture will I be enduring today? Oh, this can't go as bad as last time, right? I didn't last 30 seconds.
The next day.
Can I get a better challenge today? Nope! For those who don't know what KDA stands for, it is kills, deaths, and assists. So, the point of the challenge is that I need to get the highest KDA on the team. I need to get the most of any kills or assists in the category on the team to win this. With this in mind, I chose Mordekaiser, my main when I played in League years ago. I definitely didn't have an unhealthy addiction to this when Arcane first aired on Netflix. I loaded in and... oh man, I forgot about my lag. But with a quick fix of the settings, I downgraded to PS2 graphics and was able to run the game semi-smoothly, and my match was a Garen. So, as many people who play this game know, it's a very chill time in this match. I did not appreciate the game looking so low quality, but it is what it is. I will not let you destroy my world! We finished the game and didn't do too badly. Almost no deaths, and... Oh, for a moment I forgot why I stopped playing this game, but now I remember. It almost makes me want to apologize to Fortnite players for constantly slandering their game. With another loss, I went back to the good old wheel of misfortune, and it's time to try this again. Contrary to popular opinion, this game actually turned out alright, and it's nice to revisit this gem every now and then. And it's surprisingly popular for an 8-year-old game. I loaded in, and yes, it's not that bad. I selected my main trooper as the officer, the best class, and started regaining my lost skills that I used to have. I worked up enough points for a jet trooper and began the usual hit and runs that jet troopers are known for. The key to this class is to shoot and run away. Although I was able to acquire the arc trooper, we unfortunately lost the points, and as a result, there was no point in playing anymore since the challenge was already lost. What is my next challenge? Alright. Not bad. Let's try this again. I loaded Minecraft on Xbox this time to see if it would do better, and it did run much smoother. I immediately started assaulting a tree and looking for a cave to grab some stone, but I was greeted with a lovely village instead. As any good human being would do upon discovering a local residential area, I immediately began relieving them of their food and water supply to feed my never-ending hunger. Don't look at me like that. It's not my fault they make such good bread. I then overcharged them on taxes, put those who can't pay in federal prison, avoid local authorities to not take any sort of repercussions for my actions, steal a teenager's air forces, and move on to the next town to do it all over again. I then found a cave that led to nowhere, stared at a black man too long, and got shot at an unregistered firearm. I narrowly escaped with my life and found another village with a gasp! A remnant portal! My luck is finally turning around. All I have to do now is reorganize the obsidian, find a fortress, and I'll be done. My luck is finally turning around. Can I actually do this? I was then approached by the local neighborhood watch. The elderly woman who looks like she should be in a nursing home and who is in charge of this operation let me know, hey little bro, it's not safe out here. Monsters are everywhere. Please head indoors until daytime for your own safety, and peacefully escorted me back to the lobby. Next up was another LEGO Star Wars level. I learned from my first mistake this time and built the piece I needed with careful precision until... Oh, it's over already? Okay. Alright, what's my next challenge? Alright, it's time to launch Helldiver. This time, I was brave because I felt confident in myself and wanted to end this video on a climactic ending. So, I went for the Automaton Legion. I loaded in and I got ready to... Oh... I realized at this moment that I was utterly cooked harder than Jesse. In order to get more players faster, I need to put an SOS beacon down. However, that is also a stratagem. So in other words, I was on a waiting list for the least popular faction to fight against, and I was in a hell dive with no air support or means of effectively destroying my targets. Awesome! So, to put this simply, my objective was to survive. I started making my way toward a smaller base to try to gain any more special weapons that might have dropped, and I tried to avoid the giant Hulk that was 20 feet away from me. However, this ship in the sky decided to snitch on me, and I proceeded to have my insides get turned to my outsides. That's when it happened. A player joined. Alright. Now, all I have to do is stay with him and I'll be all set. If I can defend him and he uses his stratagems, then we can destroy the bases with no problem. Then, another player joined. Yes, we can do this. I had hope. I was able to keep my bearings now and survive. Sort of. I was doing well. Things were looking up. Then, it happened.
Reinforcing!
It took me a second to realize what I did, but out of pure instinct and being a good human being, unlike my teammate who refused to reinforce him, I failed right here. So close, and yet I got shot down back to square one. But since I had not had fun while gaming in days, I decided to play the rest of this game normally, and I got some of the most cinematic moments I have ever experienced playing this game. Seriously, this game still goes so hard to this day. Well, back to it. I loaded up Sparking Zero, and this was actually the day of release for the DLC, so in this match, I fought the new Gohan, and I got absolutely clapped. I didn't last 3 minutes, but I still technically won, so a win is a win. Yep, you know the drill, just spin the thing. I don't know why I started this. I could have just done another review of something fun. I could have made a Hollow Knight review, a Nier review. I could have just done gameplay of something I enjoyed. But no, I decided to do this. And now I am too deep in to stop it now. Why? Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. Do I hate myself? Possibly. Am I going to quit? No, we don't quit when we're down. You know what we do? We lock in. Yeah, it's at this point where I'm done playing around. I'm in this to win it, and I'm done crying. I am beating stupid wheel. Oh. Okay. Careful. Careful. Be precise when you play this match. Alright, just do it. I don't even care anymore. No! This match of Battlefront actually went way better than the first two. I joined at the very start and immediately got to work. I will admit, our team was sloppy in the beginning, but once we saw that 60% hit the screen and it wasn't on our side, I bought out Rex in this match with the ARC Trooper because, oh my god, this was an intense game. Our points were held by threads, but somehow they were held. It got to an even competition at the end where we held 3 points on one side of the road and the enemy was on the other. We were at 95%. We needed to hold out for 1 minute only. In a desperate last push, the enemy began swarming us with a bombardment of bombs, lasers, and tanks. However, just when all hope seemed lost, we got it. We boarded our ships and headed to the droid ship. Could I actually do this? Was there actually a chance we could win the hardest, one of the hardest challenges on this wheel? Though a hard-fought phase, only a minute to spare, it could have paid off if we did not all get blown up at the same time. Yeah, we got far, but it was a loss, unfortunately. It was a good attempt, though. We almost had it. Next up, Rivals, of course. You know what? It's not that bad. I decided to go with the Invisible Woman this time. I'm shocked she's as good as she is, but for a healer, she plays as a phenomenal DPS. I did my duty as a healer, however, I did not hesitate to be aggressive with the time called for it. For once, I was actually in a pretty good flow with my teammates as well. We held the point almost 100-0 both times. Almost. However, I did not get MVP. Who saw that coming? Spin the wheel for the 86,000th time. Oh, yippee. I get to play Sparking Zero again. Woo! It's the new Beast Gohan right off the bat? I wonder how this is gonna go. Alright, next up is... oh, no. Alright, here we go. Nope, still not there yet. Alright, next up is... oh! Tekken. Okay, we're switching it up. Unfortunately, this is the other hardest challenge on this wheel because I have no hope of winning. To give you a taste of how this went, here you go. I texted him after this that I was letting my little brother swap with me, and to prove this point, I went again and absolutely destroyed. Alright, this is getting annoying. Oh, okay. Okay, this is simple. Alright, all I have to do is play the game in master difficulty till I find a chest or jar with a weapon in it. Easy, right? Right? No, it freaking wasn't. Oh, I found a weapon. I feel better now. No, guys. I wasn't having a mental breakdown. It was simply an act to get what I wanted. I'm fine. Trust me. I wasn't screaming and kicking on the floor till my ears turned red. Alright, what's next? For honor, you know what time it is. Lock in. Okay, so I didn't get the highest kill on the team, but I matched someone, so it still counts. 2 challenges down. That's when this happened. The most poetic way to end this challenge ended up rolling up to my doorstep once more. I loaded into Apex. I selected my old main. It was time to finish this. All I had to do was play the match. It had been so long. I recognized none of these locations. So I chose my best guess of where to land. I quickly scooped up what weapons and ammo I could find, and is that Cloud's Buster Sword? I then, after a momentary glimpse of an enemy, followed close behind. I tracked him to the top of the tower, where suddenly I was ambushed and knocked out of nowhere. But the best thing ever happened to me. I died. But not only that, my teammates did not care in the slightest about me, and they walked away from my reboot card. Challenge was over. I completed a game of Apex for the first time ever, and I won the Wheel of Misfortune. Thank you so much if you stuck around to the end of this video. This video took so long to make compared to my normal ones, so I hope you enjoyed it. I really hope this doesn't flop. There's no sponsor for this video or anything. I just wanted to say thank you. As painful as this was to make, I had fun with it somehow. If you want to see more challenges like this, comment down some ideas and I'll do my best to adapt them on the wheel. Anyways, see you guys later.